So hello, this is now the extension part. In this we are going to learn more methods of strings that are used in Python. So first let's start with the method called capitalize. So suppose we have a text which is equal to mm, how are you people, hello world. Now if you want to see, like, if you print it, we get the answer. Now what if we want to capitalize it? Only the first characters of the string would be capitalized. So storing it into a, we get txt dot cap. Now when we print a, we get the answer. As you see, now all the how is capitalized. Now what if we wanted to now let's text 2, and here what we use is how are you Tom is all, no, we can't use, no, is all well there. So putting this in 3 commas and we print and enter. Now let's use the txt, and we'll along with it we'll print it also. We're not storing it somewhere, so we'll get a print dot capitalize. As you can see, we have many functions and it gives us suggestions. This is the Python ideally shell I'm using. Oh sorry, so we use print txt2 dot capitalize. So what it does is it capitalizes our first character, as you can see. Now other, we have the count function. So you might be thinking, what does count do? So like, if we want to count the number of characters of a string, like how many occurrences do we have, like if we type, if we give the value of text 3 is equal to apple is a great fruit, eating apple daily, yeah, keeps you away from the doctor. Now if we want to count how many times can we, the word apple is being repeated, so we can print, we can count, use the count method. So txt3 dot count, and in the brackets we need to give the name of the string that you need to get the count of. So if we get this, okay, and this, so it will give us 2 twice, once over here, then the second time over here, as you can see. Now if we want to find that what would be the output of a string, and we want to find whether it is true or not. Like we use the ends with, so ends with method, so txt dot ends with, so see, uh, ends with d worlds. We check vrld uh, ld. Now and we print it since it returns a value, so we are gonna use it and see, so it gives us a true. You can see. Now let's check if print, we give print tx dot ends with, if we say hello, and see, you get a false because no, it's not true. It ends with something else and we are using something else. Now another function that is often used to check whether a string is uh, an contains characters or not, so is like txt dot is alpha is the string name that is the method name that is used, so it says no. But if we alphabets, so as you can see there are not alphabets according to it. So we have txt 5. Okay, now we print hello underscore v hello, and now if we check for this print text 5, whether text 5 is alpha, and I think so I've given 2 commas, yeah, true. Now what the this is alpha does, it also counts spaces also, so you need to watch that before keeping in mind, before using it, because you might take a space as an alphabet as a character, but no, it's not a character. Now is lower is also a function, so if you see that we have converted a function into a lowercase, the text is lower, like txt is lower. Now when we check it, that whether it's a lowercase or not, and say, if you can see, it's a lowercase and it says that it's a lowercase, but what if we do it for text2, text2 dot lower, and text2 is, you see, is also lower. Now let's have for, and if you want to check that is it a lowercase or not, so this was for that. Now if we want to use upper or convert it into an upper string, so txt dot upper, and here you are, you get all the strings in uppercase over here. Let's store it. Now do remember that all the methods have their lowercase over here, so you can't use them in uppercase. Like in the above we used ends with, we also have a starts with, so txt working in a similar way. There's an s starts we have to give the word. So how? You might be thinking that will this work, because in the above the H is, now H is capital, is in the lowercase, and here it's in the uppercase in the search menu. So it gives us a false, because H should be in the same case as it is being used in the above section. So that's how things work over here. Now what if we want to split a function? So splitting a function, we want to suppose split text dot split, and in this, by default, if you see, it gives us into a list. Now we haven't learned list right now. We'll surely learn how to create a list in the upcoming, so you can now join them also. So in these brackets, what you see is split. Now you can use many things in this. If you want to split them using a hash, so here we don't have an hash, so whatever you need to split them, you need to have that word over here. So earlier it was being split on the basis of the string. Now if we don't have the word over here, so let's create another text 6 is equal to he is there, not he ran away. Text 6. Now what if we want to make them into two different characters, two different sentences on the basis of the dot over here? So we can use them as text 6 dot split on the basis of what we have over here. So we have a dot over here. So you can see on the basis of string. Now we have learned how to split them, but what if we want to join them? So first will be what we want to join them with. We use that. So suppose I want to join them with the star dot join, and we use txt6, this txt6. So as you can see over here, txt6, so it didn't take the above one, so let's take split txt6 into txt7 first. So we used in the last, if you remember, we used a dot. So now if we print txt7, it would give us this. Now based on the basis of hash. Now let's use this dot join, and what do we want? We want to join the text 7. Now when we do this, you can see there's a dash over there in between all of them, where earlier there was different. One thing txt7 is that there is a use of, at the end there's a space also, so that is also needed. Now what if, like txt8, in txt8 we start with a space and we say hello money Mohan, where were you, and we give many spaces, and then in this way we end the text. Now if we want to remove the spaces from both the ends, we can use we also have a function for that, a method for that, and that is dot. We use the strip strip, and so you can see both the spaces on both the ends are gone. But what if we want to only remove the space from one end? So txt8 dot, if you want to remove the space from the left hand side, we use the left L. I think so we have an error. Okay, I used string the txt dot lstrip. So as you can see, the left hand side strip has been removed. And now going to txt8 dot lstrip. Yeah, so we have the right hand side strip still left, but the left hand side has been removed. 8 dot strip and R giving the right hand side. And as you see, we have the right in the right, all the spaces have been removed now. So this is the how we use the function. Now let's see if we can check space. So txt has a space dot is space. So is space is not there in txt, it's the only space. So it will just remember that all the strings, like if we are checking that is numeric, is alpha, so we are saying that all of them should be spaces, all of them, not like a single one, or all the characters basically in the string are decimals. Like let's use, if there's a character like is numeric. Now let's see if it works when we have. So int is not the object that has the attribute, it only works with, it gives us an error basically. So this is how these things work.